Hey folks, let's have a look at the week that's been. Not a bad week actually. Stock market's rebounded. The ASX, it's Friday. The ASX is having a good day and a good finish to a week. Market's up about 2.3%, so that's pretty good. The US is the same, it's up about 2%. There's two or three big issues. The first one is the tariffs and the volatility that's going to cause in markets. I don't think we've seen the last of it. So just be careful with your portfolios there and having a look at the way that the markets are moving. There's some big moves into what they call intraday. So this morning or last night, the US started down a lot and then moved up a lot. And it's done that a couple of times this week. So that gives you a bit of an indication about what's going on. The second one is the Australian election is going to be held tomorrow. It's looking likely that Anthony Albanese will be returned. The argument is it a majority government or a minority government? So that should see things fairly steadily in the market. So there won't be any big changes a la the US when Donald Trump was elected. And it's probably fair to say in the first 100 days he's caused a bit of chaos. Whether you agree with it or not is not really the point. The point is, how do we position our portfolios for that? So in line with the tariff debate, one thing that's being a concern for markets is seeing where this all ends up. What you will find is there's a lot of chatter on the day-to-day basis, predominantly also about what Trump says and what he says he's going to do. Half of it doesn't come to fruition. And so it's generally just a media headline, good one day, but then it's dead and buried the next. So that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. It gets a little bit difficult to work out what's actually viable and what's not. That's why we've talked about looking and getting the macro picture right first. From there, you can make a better judgment about the sort of daily statements coming out of the White House. The other one that you have to watch is all of us have a personal bias. You might like Donald Trump. You might think he's an idiot and a fool. You might think he's the best thing since sliced bread. When it comes to stock markets and investing, none of that really matters. And that's the same with Australia in terms of whether you like Peter Dutton or whether you like Anthony Albanese. The fact is valuation in markets is really important, and that's where you want to keep your eye on. Other than that, it's a pretty good week. Most of the sort of short-term technical indicators are quite positive. And so the general idea is sell in May and go away. It doesn't look like that's happening this week. Cheers, folks.